Hello friends, for NTT exam, today we are learn barriers of effective communication. Barriers means अडथळे means काय काय प्रॉब्लेम्स येऊ शकता फॉर कम्युनिकेशन. फर्स्ट इज द लँग्वेज बॅरियर. Lack of common language. If the communicator and the receiver belongs to different language groups, their ignorance of each other language or lack of common language is a barrier of communication between them. For example, an English speaking boy and Tamil speaking boy will not communicate unless they know some common language. For example, means for communication, the receivers and communicator use a common language. Then the second barrier is semantic barrier. It is found by the expert that people attributes 14,000 different meaning to 500 commonly used English word. Therefore, the sender and receiver are many a time likely to attribute different meaning to the same words. Means there are some words they have the different meaning. So for communication you have to use specific words. Then third is the poor vocabulary. Poor vocabulary makes our message more difficult and less effective. So for effective communication you have big vocabulary words in your brain. Now the fourth is poor grammar and punctuation. Poor knowledge of grammar and punctuation is a barrier to verbal communication. The absence or misplacement of comma can prove to be misleading to the reader. Then roundabout verbiage. Don't use hard work. Use easy word. Roundabout verbiage consists of the uses of overwork, troublesome and exhausted words. For example, instead of saying commence, we can use start or. It means for effective communication you have to use easy or understanding word. Now what are the physical barriers for effective communication? The first is noise, unwanted signals, poor telephone connections, bad handwriting is a technical noise. Then the second is time, communication gap due to time. For example, nowadays husband and wife not communicate due to time, and that's why the misunderstanding will be created. Now the third physical barrier are distance. The distance between the communicator and the receiver can be a strong barrier to communication. Faulty sitting arrangement in a class or office can create a kind of communication gap. मतलब अभी तुम कुछ सिखा रहे हो या फिर ऑफिस में कुछ मीटिंग चालू है, बट बहुत डिस्टेंस दूर कोई बैठा है और स्पीकर बहुत स्लोली बोल रहा है, तो you cannot hear words properly. That is the bad communication that create because of a communication gap. Now the fourth physical barrier are age, that is age generation gap. Widening gap of communication between the older workers and younger workers. Age communication gap because of there is older workers and younger workers. मतलब अभी अपन बोलते हैं देखो कि मुझे इनका पसंद नहीं है क्योंकि ये बूढ़े हो गए, इनके विचार मुझे पसंद नहीं है. क्यों? क्योंकि वो एक दूसरे के साथ बात ही नहीं करते. अपन देखो घर में कैसे दादा दादी की सुनते ही नहीं है, उनके साथ कभी बैठते ही नहीं है, उनसे कभी बात ही नहीं करते, जस्ट पूछते खाना खाया, ओके, टैबलेट्स ली, ओके. दिस इज़ द ड्यू टू बैड एज जनरेशन गैप. This is bad communication. For effective communication you have to talk with the elders. Then next is the sex. Men and women communicate with one another according to their sex. मतलब देखो फीमेल के साथ बात इजीली करते हैं, बट अगर फीमेल मेल के साथ बात करने में थोड़ा सा खिचखिचाते से, उसकी वजह से तुम्हारा इफ़ेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन नहीं हो सकता. फॉर इफ़ेक्टिव कम्युनिकेशन you have to talk with men or women.